Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Okay, today's video I will be giving you my tips on how to master Fuse in Season 8. It has been about 3 weeks since his release date, and I have about 2,000 kills with him. I have practiced him and played him probably in about every scenario. I've played him in PC pred lobbies, console pred lobbies, just pubs in general, and just constantly used him every day just to figure him out and to see if he was a valuable legend. Personally, right now, I think he's a B tier legend, meaning he could use a slight buff. I think his passive and tactical are perfect, but his ultimate needs a little bit of work. It is very difficult to use, and that's why I'm going to be showing you guys that he is a great legend. You can take him in ranked and play in a team-based game. He's good solo, he's good ranked, competitive, whatever you want to do. This guy is a great legend. He's just misunderstood the same way Crypto was, and I had to put Crypto on the map. I'm going to do the same thing for Fuse. He's a great legend, just very difficult to use. So without further ado, let's just get right into the tip video and I'll give you my tips. Okay, so the first tip I have is to just stick it, and I'm not referring to arc stars, I'm referring to his tactical. Right here you can see how much damage this one little tactical does, and I understand this is a lab situation, but a lot of people just spam his tactical. They don't know what they're doing, and I think that's why they give up on Fuse. Just take your time and aim his tactical and stick a player. 9 times out of 10 I will always aim to stick a player. The only other time I will try to not stick a player is if I'm trying to prevent somebody from pushing me, like if I shoot the ground in front of me just to prevent them. But you'll see right here, I'm in a fight with a Gibby. I got a disadvantage. He's got full blue armor, he's got a gun shield, so I have to use the knuckle cluster to my advantage, and right here, stick him, and I don't have to do anything. Knuckle cluster will do the rest. This thing will do 50 damage to an individual player on a 25-second timer recharge. That's pretty good in my opinion. It's like a miniature EMP. I have done up to 200 damage with one knuckle cluster before, so my intentions are to always stick at my opponent, and hopefully they run into the enemy team, because if they run into their team, then you get a lot more damage. So just take your time. The cool thing about this is, check this out. I shoot her on the move, right? You can slide jump with the knuckle cluster like you can with a gun. You can hold your tactical button down and run around the map, the entire map with it. You can slide jump and everything. So his tactical is really good. I just think people spray way too much with it and they don't take their time and aim. Always aim. So my first tip, guys, is to just stick it. You'll see right here, look, I pre-aim around corners, so I just wait for this person to come around the corner. You should win a 1v1 probably every time once you get that stick off, because you can see where they're at. It's like a little recon beacon, man. It's like you're scanning them with a bloodhound. I know exactly where she was going, how much damage I did to her, and you can see I killed a lifeline as well. Even in this next rank clip, this will be the last clip I'll show you on the just stick it portion, is we push off of the sticks. So right here, I'm like, let's wait till I stick somebody. Check this out. He runs into all of his team. What does this do? Our whole team pushes in. We can easily kill him at that moment. That's the way Fuse is supposed to be used. So try to always stick with his tactical, guys. That's going to be my first tip with him, and then we'll go on to the second tip. And the second tip I have with Fuse, guys, is called sniping. So right here you can see you can actually aim down sights with his ultimate. This is really good if you want to be able to look across the map if you don't have a sniper or a far scope, especially in ranked. You can see what's going on. But this is the problem with I think Fuse's ultimate right now is people shoot this thing and they think they can hit people. Wrong. Who would shoot at this one person right here? Yeah, a lot of you, right? That's a bad idea, big no-no. The only way I use the sniping tactic, which means I'm ADSing across the map, is I only use this for third parties only. Okay, for most part, I will only use a sniping tactic for third parties. Why is that? You can see this hits over 4 different people in this fight. They have no idea it's coming. They're all close engaged. The flames is a small little ring, so it creates all this chaos, this damage. You can track teams. You can see where they're stepping on the flames. They're slowed down like it's a Bangalore ult, and they're taking 70 to like 100 damage depending on how long they are actually in the flames. This is great for third-party pushes, guys. I do not recommend using the sniping tactic one-on-one with an enemy team far away, because if you do even shoot them far away at distance, they're usually going to get out. I mean, if it's far away, they have a Horizon, Octane, they can even have time to heal. Now, if it's a third party, it's a different story because everybody's fighting. They don't have time to heal. Maybe the other team will knock them. You're able to come in with your team, and you can see I fired my ultimate in that spot, and you can see actually when I get up here, these teams still step on it even while I'm fighting them. So sniping tactic is good for if you want to see across the map without a sniper, but mostly for third parties only, guys. So just try to use it at distance for third parties only if you can help it. And the third tip I have, guys, is going to be called trapping. Now, this is probably the most obvious and what everybody saw in the trailer for Fuse, but I think a lot of people go wrong with the trapping tactic because, like I said in the second tip, they try to use it too far at distance. So right here, I could see the team was crafting. If you can put that on one person and preferably two, I mean, it's game over every time. So if you're going to trap, use it at mid-range or close up, guys. Do not use it far away. That is when teams will always escape and you waste your ultimate. Your ultimate comes back really, really quickly, but I still recommend you use it efficiently. So if you ever are able to do this right here, trap a team in a building, it's game over. Oh my gosh, I've done this so many times. If you're supposed to carry a lot of grenades with Fuse, I carry at least 6 to 8 grenades at least. And anytime you're able to trap a team in a building, you can let it rain. Your team should win every time. So right here, I can see a team is clearly going up the ramp. This is probably a little further out of my comfort zone, but I knew I could trap them with the ultimate. And once again, it's game over. I do not recommend doing this across the map, guys. Like I said, even if you do trap them, they're able to get out or heal because usually they have an efficient character to get away. I recommend this for mid-range or close range encounters. So just remember, the trapping method is going to be mid-range. Sniping is for distance third partying, okay? His ultimate is also very good for trapping at end circles. If you can save your ultimate and be patient for the last ring, especially in ranked matches, you should win the game every single time. I'm not even playing. It is better than caustic gas in circle. The chaos this thing creates and being able to slow down your opponents even more than like caustic gas and doing the damage it does, it's insane. His ultimate is really, really good, guys. You just gotta know how to use it. Him and Horizon both, you can see right here, save it to end circle, are such a good duo. You can see it's game over. These teams are trapped by it. They're getting fried. Their team is scattered out. There is no team comp at that point. Everybody is just every man for himself besides your team. Your team's the one that's coordinated. Everybody else can't really do anything. So like I said, guys, so trapping, you want to save it for end circle if it's in a ranked match and if you really want to win. And then other than that, use it for mid range. Okay, and the fourth tip, guys, and the most fun tip, I love this tip with Fuse, is going to be called Kamikaze. And I know you're like, what are you talking about? His ultimate is designed for close quarter combat. Oh my god. All right, so watch this right here. This is in a ranked match. This Bloodhound pushes me. I call this thing on myself. Dude, I hit him with the tactical. This is over, man. This dude gets absolutely ripped. Now, I did get hit in the process, but when you kamikaze somebody, it pushes back the team. Odds are you're going to hit all three of the enemy team and yourself, but your team should win that fight every time, right? If all three enemy team players are getting destroyed by it. Kamikaze is point blank range combat. This is what I use his ultimate the most for. So if I'm not sniping, I'm not trapping, I'm definitely kamikazeing. So you can see this team is pushing us. I fire that thing right on us. Look, it is right in front of me. Why is that? It is so hard to coordinate with your team if you're the enemy team and you are fighting a team point blank range and that thing comes down. That ultimate basically fries everybody. You can see it right there. That team didn't stand a chance. You can use it for escaping. I've heard it all before. Oh, Crypto doesn't have a way of escaping. Fuse doesn't have a way of escaping. Whatever, man. It's called self-EMP, self-mortar. Right here. Put it right on yourself. You're good to go. This Fuse has no idea where I went, and that's all she wrote. Like, it's a beautiful play. Like, Kamikazeing is amazing. I was able to actually heal and get out of this little sticky situation. You could do it with jump pads. I love doing it with Octane. Right here, you're going to see Kamikaze works even in the air. Put it right up on them, trap the Bloodhound. I stick the Pathfinder with my tactical, and look, he is still slowed by my ultimate, and that's all she wrote for that team as well. So his ultimate, guys, it can be used in several different ways, but with Kamikaze comes great responsibility. Be careful in not shooting it on the roof like this, or you will die. And the final tip I have, guys, is called baiting. Now, this is a difficult strategy. It's a high IQ strategy. It's probably pretty standard for a lot of characters, but with Fuse's extra grenades and tactical, the baiting is very, very helpful. I use baiting in a lot of different scenarios. I usually work doors with it, or I bait res teammates, or I stick downed enemy teammates and when they're about to get revived. You have to bait the enemy teams. Right here, watch how I play this door. I'm baiting them with not just gun skill, but with grenades and tactical. You will see right here, I'm just going to keep using this door, wanting them to come to me, and then you will see when they start pushing to me, I will hold the door, and here, stick the tactical. Every time I do this, you can do this on every single door with fuse. Just play off your tactical and grenades. You will see right here, this is going to be another bait play with a revive. So I'm using his tactical to my advantage right here because all I have is a repeater. I can see the timer, so my tactical comes back. Look, I'm not trying to stick this guy. I'm just trying to get the enemy team to come to me, and look, I'm able to stick him. The tactical does the rest. Absolutely demolishes that Bangalore. We're able to win that fight. That's the way you want to do it. You can see I play door by door with fuse, and that is the way you want to play fuse in a baiting scenario. If you can make the team come to you, you can stick them every single time. You see it right there. I'm able to stick them. I'm able to trap them. This fight is pretty much wrapped up. They don't know what they're doing at this point because they don't have anywhere to go. That is the way you're going to play fuse, is work with this tactical. And like I said, you want to stick it, but you also want to bait the team to you. If you can work a door preferably, you should win that fight every time. It'll absolutely destroy a team. Be careful not to get caught out in the open. So baiting is a high IQ play, can be used in different scenarios, but that's about it, guys. That is my 5th and final tip with fuse. I really do hope you like this video. And if you have any questions about fuse, please ask in the comment section below. If you have any tips with fuse, throw it down there as well. We'd love to hear it. But that's about it, guys. Be careful with his ultimate. I do think it needs to be buffed, and it will be buffed in the future. It is very tough to use, but like I said, try to use my tips. Up close, the Kamikaze strategy, it works, I promise. Just be careful within buildings, but at distance, you want to third party with it. In mid-range, you want to trap. Try to use the tactical only to stick. The only other times I don't do it is if I'm trying to prevent a team from pushing me and I stick the ground in front of me. So there's a lot of different ways to use them, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, please smash the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.